In this video, we give an updated ranking of our 1989 Donruss baseball cards as determined by the PSA Population Report. The original video is linked in the description below. Let's find out how things have changed in our lineup, counting down from number 10. Are 1989 Donruss baseball cards your favorite baseball issue ever? Well, if you said yes, you might be alone in that opinion. The good news in this case is that you won't have much trouble laying your hands on plenty of these beauties, because the truth is, 1989 Donruss was produced in huge quantities that make them pretty easy to find even all these years later. Without further ado then, here is a rundown of the most popular 1989 Donruss baseball cards. 1989 Donruss Don Mattingly, number 74. Technically, Don Mattingly fell off the list to number 11, but I added a bonus one back because he's just so awesome. It's true, Don Mattingly's best baseball days as a player were behind him by 1989, but he did manage to play a full season that summer and rebound in his offensive performance a bit from what was considered a down year in 1988. It's also true that Mattingly was the face of the hobby in the 1980s, and the boom could not have happened, at least to the extent it did, without his emergence in 1984. And the fact that you could pull his Topps, Fleer, and Donruss cards from fresh wax packs as he battled the Yankees teammate Dave Winfield for the American League batting crown. Mattingly falls short of Hall of Fame standards by most reckonings, but his baseball cards still feel special even today, and this one is no exception. New on our list at number 10, 1989 Donruss Cal Ripken Jr., number 51. Cal Ripken Jr. and the Orioles had a subpar season in 1988, and that continued for Cal Ripken Jr., and some say even got worse in 1989. But the team turned it around by the end of the season, going 87-75 and finishing second. In the end, the Iron Man is still a beloved hobby figure. New on our list at number 9, 1989 Donruss, Barry Bonds, number 92. Barry Bonds was an all-around threat when he debuted with the Pittsburgh Pirates in the mid-1980s, and he's one of the greatest hitters of all time, and enough collectors believe in that notion that we had to add him to our list. New on the list at number 8, 1989 Donruss, Mark McGwire, number 95. Mark McGwire was a home run slugger from early on and eventually turned into Big Mac, the home run smasher. But what once looked like a surefire Hall of Fame resume still has him on the outside looking in at Cooperstown. Up one spot to number 7, 1989 Donruss Nolan Ryan, number 154. If Nolan Ryan appears in a baseball card set, that Ryan card has a 99.9999999% chance of being one of the most valuable cards in the set. Possibly just a slight exaggeration, of course. This particular card has the added bonus of being the last regular Donruss issue to show him as a member of the Astros. It's a great action shot, too. What's not to love? And collectors still do. Up to number 6, 1989 Donruss John Smoltz, number 642. John Smoltz took an unusual route to Cooperstown, but that doesn't really matter. He still got there. One of the original members of the Atlanta Braves' vaunted rotation of the 1990s, Smoltz didn't find his full-blown success like teammates Tom Glavine, Steve Avery, and Greg Maddux right away, but he did finally nab his own Cy Young Award in 1996 at the age of 29. By 2000, though, the flamethrower had blown out his elbow and required Tommy John surgery, then came back in 2001 as a reliever. In the end, Smoltz ended up with an unusual but stellar line of .213 and .155, 3.33 ERA, 154 saves, and 3,084 strikeouts. An amazing Hall of Fame resume that bumps his rookie card towards the top of this set. Down one spot to number 5, 1989 Donruss Gary Sheffield, rookie card, number 31. Once upon a time, Gary Sheffield was one of the most talented young players in the game, but never one to be warm and fuzzy with teammates or locals. Along the way, Sheffield put up Hall of Fame numbers that included 2,689 hits, 509 home runs, 1,676 RBI, 253 stolen bases, and 60.5 career WAR. He has found the Cooperstown voting a hard row, though, but Sheffield still holds enough hobby sway to make the list. Number 4. 1989 Donruss Craig Biggio, rookie card, number 561. It may look a little funny to see Craig Biggio in his tools of excellence here on his 1989 Donruss rookie card, but he started his professional baseball life as a catcher before transitioning to second base and then the outfield. Biggio ended up with 3,060 hits, 291 home runs, 414 stolen bases, and a Cooperstown plaque. Down one spot to number 3, the 1989 Donruss Curt Schilling rookie card, number 635. Love him or hate him, it's hard to deny the stats that Curt Schilling put up during his major league career. 20 years, 216 and 146 record, 3.46 ERA, and a 2.23 ERA in the postseason. Oh, and he was a key member of that 2004 Boston Red Sox team that broke the curse of the Bambino. Up one spot to number 2, the 1989 Donruss Randy Johnson rated rookie, number 42. Once upon a time, Randy Johnson was a mystery, a raw talent who scraped the sky when he pitched, a firebrand who could scorch the air with his fastball but had trouble finding the strike zone on a consistent basis. Certainly among the top handful of left-handers ever, Johnson was a cinch for the Hall of Fame when his name came up in 2015, and his 1989 Donruss rated rookie card was a cinch to appear at the top of our list. You can't keep a good card down. And still at number 1, the 1989 Donruss Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, number 33. Anytime you see the words Ken Griffey Jr. and rookie card in a card description, you can be sure that it's going to sit at the top of whichever list it's in. The 1989 Donruss Jr. rookie card is no exception. The only question surrounding Griffey when he retired was whether he would be the first ever unanimous Hall of Famer. The fact that he didn't quite clear that bar doesn't diminish Griffey's hobby cachet one whit. When you have new cards that come on the list, that means old cards fall off the list, but they're totally still worth mentioning. John Crook wasn't just Randy Johnson's comic crutch during interleague play. Indeed, for most of his 10-year big league career, Crook was a constant threat to hit 300, and he crafted his exit to make sure he landed exactly on that number. This was Don Mattingly's second Diamond King card. 1985 was the other, and this is another Dick Pettis masterpiece. We couldn't get enough of Mattingly in the 1980s, though, so no one was complaining when we got an extra Donnie baseball card. After much hand-wringing, hemming and hawing, and staring at his name on the ballot for 10 years, the BBWAA finally elected Edgar Martinez to the Hall of Fame in 2019. Enough folks believe in Martinez's greatness, though, to keep his base Donruss debut in the upper echelons of the set. Like our video? Then like our video and subscribe to our channel. WaxPackGods.com